Good morning, scholars. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2020. All right, guys, this week we are working on 3 parts in ELA. We're going to be working on our OO sound when we're thinking about our spelling pattern. In reading, we're going to be focusing on our main idea and supporting details. And in writing, we are going to be taking a look at how do we create awesome introductions and conclusions. Let's get into our word work and chop out our words. All right, remember with our long U sound, it says you, and we want to be able to chop it out and then look at different ways that we can spell it. So let's chop out clue. Ready, go. K-l-oo, clue. Next word. This week we've been practicing suit. Chop it out with me. Ready, go. S-oo-t, suit. Notice in clue, it's spelled with a U-E, but in suit, we spell it with a U-I. We could also spell it with an E-W, like in flu. Chop it out with me. Ready, go. F-l-oo, flu. Let's go into our double O's, which we've been practicing last week and this week. Ready, room. Room. All right, and the last word we're going to be chopping out today, scoop. Chop it out with me. Ready, go. Scoop, scoop. All right, guys. Remember, there are 4 ways that we could spell them that we're practicing this week. U-E, U-I, E-W, and O-O. In our word work today, we're going to be sorting them by those spelling patterns. So we're going to take the word, you can click on your microphone so you can say the words while you move it. So I'd click the microphone and I'd say drew, move it into the EW. Fool, move it into the OO. And finish each of those words, and then you can click pause on the microphone, and remember, go ahead and click the check to submit it. All right, guys, this week in reading, we've been focusing on the main idea. When we think about the main idea, we want to focus on thinking, what is the most important thing about the topic? Well, what's the topic? The topic, of course, is the person, place, or thing being written about. When we're thinking about reading, we want to make sure that we stop and think, what is the thing that the writing is about? In our reading work today, we're going to be reading an article about dolphins. You can see that we're going to be reading here the article that says, dolphins usually work together as a team. They like to travel in groups. You're going to keep on reading that to me. So go ahead and click that microphone and read the article and then answer the questions that they give you. The first one they ask is, the main idea of the paragraph is, well, remember the main idea of the paragraph is the most important thing about the topic. Well, we know the topic is dolphins because the whole paragraph is about dolphins, but we want to figure out, what did the author really want us to know about dolphins? Then you're going to click your drawing tool and you're going to underline at least 2 details that tell you more about that main idea. And then lastly, you're going to think, well, if you know the topic is dolphins, what about dolphins? And you're going to circle the best title for the paragraph. All right, in writing, we have been focusing on opinion writing. And when we write our opinion, we're telling our audience what we want them to know about a topic. Now, today, we're going to focus on making a really awesome introduction. When we're introducing a topic, we're telling our reader what they're going to read about. But you know, sometimes when we read something, if we don't get interested right away, if we don't get hooked in, we don't want to read it. So as writers, we want to make sure that our readers get hooked right away. So there's 3 parts that we're going to do. We're going to come back to our best pet writing that we did last week. Now, the 3 parts that we're going to focus on today are going to be the hook, writing the topic, and then writing our opinion. Now, we already started last week by writing our opinion, but we're going to add these other parts too. Now, when we write a hook, we ask a question to get our reader interested. Some of you guys probably remember when we were writing about hot cocoa, we said, would you like something warm and steamy on a hot day? That gets people thinking about hot cocoa. Now, your job is to think, what can get people thinking about the animal that you say is the best pet? The topic is actually talking about the person, the place, or thing being written. Well, we know that. Wait a minute. We just saw that. The person, place, or thing being written. So in reading or writing, we have topics because readers are writers and writers are readers. And then we're going to actually say our opinion, what we think about the topic. So remember, we are writing about what we think is the best animal to be a pet. Here's today's work that we'll be doing in Seesaw. So look, we can see that our job is to write an introduction for what animal is the best pet. So remember, our job is to think of a hook. When I'm thinking of a hook, I'm going to ask a question. I want to get my reader interested. I think I'm going to write about my dog. That's what I wrote about last week. So I'm going to ask the question, are you looking for a friend that will never let you down? See how I wrote a question to get people thinking about what I'm talking about? I'm thinking about a dog, which people call man's best friend. So I thought I'll ask this question. Are you looking for a friend that will never let you down? Now I can think about the topic. The topic is, what animal is the best pet? I'm not going to give my opinion yet. I'm just going to talk about the topic of a best pet. So I'm going to write a new one. So when I think about that, I am going to write then, because I'm answering the question, right? Are you looking for a friend that will never let you down? Then a dog might be the pet for you. I'm going to move it over into the place where it belongs here in topic. Now, what's my opinion? What do I think about it? Well, what do I think? I think that the dog is the best pet, the best animal to be a pet. So I have to write that. I think that a dog is the best animal as a pet. All right. Now, we did this last week, didn't we? We wrote our opinions down, but do you see how now our writing is a little more interesting? Let's read the whole introduction now. Are you looking for a friend that will never let you down? Then a dog might be the pet for you. I think that a dog is the best animal as a pet. Do you see how much more interesting that was than just starting with, I think that a dog is the best animal for a pet? I got my reader interested before I even gave my opinion. That's our job as writers. All right, scholars. When you go into your work today, remember to make sure you watch the videos that come with the activities, and remember to go ahead and like or comment on this video to get your sticker for making sure you watched your lesson today. Maybe you'll tell me something about reading or writing, or maybe you can tell me one of the ways to spell our long U. That shows Miss Moseley that you're paying attention and that you're making sure you're doing your absolute best learning. All right, scholars, have an awesome day of learning. I'll see you soon.